Okay, hello everybody. Hello and good afternoon and welcome to the stream. And I figured I would do a intro explanation here of what exactly you're about to see on stream. And of course, subsequently on YouTube, as I am recording all of this for YouTube. Because this was not something that I planned on doing today. This is all based off of, developments at E3, which I knew would happen. I knew that stuff would happen this week based off of E3 that would, change up what I was doing gameplay-wise. And so, yesterday, for those of you who weren't around or maybe weren't able to pay attention, you were busy, we had the press conferences for all the big four that they always have on Monday at E3 with Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, and Sony. And during the EA press conference, there was this big announcement that literally at that moment, they were going to launch a open beta for Battlefield Hardline, which was a new game, although a lot of people are actually having some contention with that and saying, no, it's not a new game, it's just Battlefield, but it's played in a different setting with different game modes, okay? Oh, delightful. A guy just came by on a riding lawnmower, made lots of noise, you probably heard it. But anyway, so they announced that this would be open beta, and you could do it in two different ways. You could either, if you still had Battlefield 4 on your PlayStation 4, you could instantly access the beta on PS4 from there, or you could register on their website to play it on PS4 or PC. Well, guess what? Immediately, PlayStation Network crashed and went down. Immediately, the website you were supposed to register for this beta crashed and went down. Because I don't know why these idiots don't realize that when you do something live, everyone who's watching the stream will try to do it at once. I mean, it was stupid. And it wasn't just them. There were a bunch of people who all did this stuff. Very silly. Okay? So anyway. I tried to register for it yesterday. It didn't work. And the thing is, I could have gotten it on PS4 if I hadn't deleted the Battlefield 4 install data. I don't have Battlefield 4 anymore. I traded it in months ago. But, if I hadn't deleted the install data, it would have been available as a beta. Now, how on earth would I have known months ago that you would actually get access to a beta for a different game if I had kept the install data for Battlefield 4? There's no way to know that. So I deleted it to make room for other games, and unfortunately I lost access and I could not play the beta on my PS4. So I went and tried to register for it on the website, and I couldn't log into Origin. Origin was so crashed and fucked up last night that it didn't work. So I kind of gave up. I said, whatever, I wanted to play it, but I can't play it. It is what it is. I have no control over it. And, big deal. Alright, enough. So I gave up. And I said, that's it. And last night, even when I was making up my schedule for today, I was like, forget it. I'm not playing the beta. I'll go do something else. Either I'll play Watch Dogs or I'll play another game. And as all this was happening, right, last night, in the middle of the night, I shit you not, it was like late in the morning, like 2, 3 a.m., I get an email from Twitch TV saying, hello, fellow Twitch partner, because I am a partner here on Twitch. You have the ability to subscribe to my channel. And they said, because you are one of our more successful partners, we consider you in the upper tier. We have a limited amount of Hardline beta codes to give out, and we're giving you one. And I said, holy shit, really? That's kind of nice. So I looked it up. Unfortunately, it is not a beta code for PS4. It's a beta code for PC. Now, immediately I knew this was going to be a problem because my PC is several years outdated. In fact, in a moment here, I'm going to show you guys the specs on my PC so you know exactly what we're doing here, okay? But I said, what the hell? It's worth a shot. Let's see if we can get this to work. Okay. So I installed Origin on my PC, which I haven't had on my PC since about 2011. Seriously. I installed it all. I put in the code. I download the Hardline beta. I try to run it, and nothing happens. Nothing. You try to run the game, and literally nothing opens. It just sits there and does nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I can't get this to work. So I'm tweeting about it, And luckily, someone who is, how can I say, informed on the ways of EA, basically tweeted me back and said, Phil, you fool, don't you remember that any EA game that runs through Origin, you can't even just run the game anymore because EA is such a bunch of control freak assholes? You actually need to get the browser plugin to get Origin to integrate with your browser, and you need to launch the game through an internet browser. I said, what the fuck kind of stupid shit is this? But I'm remembering now, in the back of my head, I'm remembering years ago with Battlefield 3, that's how it was. I'm like, okay, so let me try that. Okay, so I try it, and lo and behold, it works. Now, when I say it works, that's a relative term. Because, as I said, my PC is from 2011. It's outdated, by far. You're going to see, I'm going to show you my specs in a second so you know what we're dealing with and you understand why the game is running how it's going to run here. Alright? But the good news is I can get the game to run. It doesn't crash or anything. And there's two different game modes available right now. There's the heist mode that was actually shown on stream yesterday by EA. That was the one that they showed the demo of. And there's actually a different mode that's called Blood Money. And that's more about just capturing a bag of money rather than everyone going after a heist and trying to stop the heist. There's like one set bag of money and both the cops and robbers try to grab it. And the cops, I guess, are trying to secure the money and defend it while the robbers are trying to steal it. And of course, you can try to stop them from getting it. It's kind of like an advanced capture the flag, I would say. But, yeah, so it runs. Now, of course, when I say it runs, I mean the game, you know, will operate. It doesn't mean that it's operating at any kind of a reasonable pace. So, for example, I can't even run the game in 1080p. I can't. If I run it at 1080, the frame rate drops to about 20 frames per second, if not lower. It's unplayable. So, first of all, I have to run it at 720p, okay? Number two, I have to run it, I'm not even kidding you, at low settings. I can't even have it be medium or high. Anytime action happens, the game completely chops up and I can't really see anything. So basically, I lose every single firefight. So we're going to be running the game today at 720p and low settings. And I know that's going to look like shit. It's probably going to be choppy frame rate. And this is the one rare case where I can tell you it's not the stream. It's actually the game is the reason why it's going to be running at such a low frame rate. Okay? So now, without further ado, let me show you my PC specs. Here you go. I hope you can read that. If not, I can make that bigger for you. Okay? So, just to go through this, I've got an Intel Core i7 CPU, 950 at 3.07 gigahertz. Okay? I've got 8 gigs of RAM. I was supposed to have 12, or actually, no, I take that back. I was supposed to have 16, but the guys who built this PC for me didn't know what they were doing, so it has 16 gigs of RAM installed inside, but only 8 gigs work. Okay? As you can see over here, I've got an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 460. Yeah, that old dinosaur piece of shit. Okay? And this is what we're working with today. People want me to make it bigger, they're saying. Alright, hold on. Whoa! Well, wait a minute. Now one went over the other. Hold on. So there you go. There's my base stats. Okay. And then here, let's go to this. And we'll up this so you guys can see. Yeah, it's terrible. I know. It's completely outdated. Here, get rid of the other one. So this looks better. This is what I'm working with. Okay? Now keep in mind, this is the PC I do everything on. This is the PC that I've ran The Walking Dead, that I run, that I've run other games, Outlast recently. Yeah, this is the PC that I do all that gaming on. So this is what I've been working with for years. And I didn't upgrade it because, quite honestly, I don't have a good setup here in order to do PC gaming. Now, the good news is, in less than 2 weeks' time now, wow, holy shit, it just hit me, less than 2 weeks, I'm out of here. I'm moving to the West Coast. I'm moving to Washington State. And once all my equipment gets shipped out there, and, I start to furnish the house, one of the major focuses that I have okay, is to actually get a better PC. To get a PC with a great graphics card that can do dual monitor out without any kind of suffering of performance loss, that will be able to do direct capture with an internal capture card with no delay or frame loss, that can do 60 frames per second. I can't even capture 60 frames per second with this PC. It doesn't work. I've tried. I can't even capture at 1080p with this PC. I tried it, and it lags up. It's a slow piece of shit. Okay? So there you have it. Get that off the screen now. And go back to this. So anyway, yeah, this is pretty much what I'm going with for now. Okay, for now. And I'm stuck with this for the near future. The bottom line is, it's good enough for my intents and purposes, because 99% of the gaming that I do is usually on console. Usually. Okay? However, this is just the exception where I was not able, you know, to get the PS4 version. I wish I could, right? I wish that I could, but there's no way for me to get access to it, because I deleted my Battlefield 4 install data off my PS4. I'm not buying Battlefield 4 again to play this. So that's pretty much the deal. That's what we're dealing with today, all right? So we're going to do this for at least a couple hours, if not longer. We'll see if I'm having fun. If I'm having fun, regardless of the fact that the frame rate's choppy or whatever, then I'll keep playing it. But if I'm playing it, I'm getting frustrated, I can't get anything going because it's choppy as fuck, then I'm probably not going to continue. Now, to clarify, the game is claiming it's running at 53 frames per second. I don't believe that, because all of a sudden, whenever, again, like I said, whenever I get into a firefight, the frame rate drops like crazy. So, there you have it. That's pretty much the bottom line with what we're doing today. And again, I wasn't planning on this. This is all impromptu. Alright? This was all spur of the moment. This was not something I was 100% planning on doing. So if it sucks, it sucks, right? If it ends up being shitty, it's shitty. And, by no means should you take this stream / these videos on YouTube as an example of performance of how this game will run on a high-end PC or on the PS4. No, you should not do that, because that would be completely unfair. This is just how it runs on my piece of shit, 3-year-old, completely outdated PC. Alright? Definitely looking forward to getting a better PC later this year. Let's put it that way. Alright, so without further ado, now I want to, one last thing, because we're about to get started. Please be patient with me here, because since I am running the game matchmaking through my freaking internet browser, it means I can't even show you the game, like the menu of the game or anything, until I'm already connected to a match online. So you got to give me a second or two here to set up a match and get it working in my capture software, because it's difficult. This Origin is like a fucking stupid... I don't know why EA is such a bunch of fucking assholes, and they make you use their bullshit client to run their games. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. Origin is awful. I have to use a browser to connect to a fucking match, and I can't even just boot the game normally. It's so dumb. But, alright. Let's get started. You'll probably laugh hilariously at how bad this looks. I know. I'll be crying while you're laughing. Alright. Here we go.